Human beings carry within themselves a hunger more universal than the need for food, water, or shelter. Once our stomachs are full and we are safe, there remains an inner craving that is rarely satisfied but endlessly sought, the craving to feel important, valued, and appreciated. Dale Carnegie declared that one of the deepest human needs is the desire to be important, and modern psychology confirms this. It is not money, power, or fame alone that drives people. At the core of all ambition lies the simple yearning to matter, to know that one's efforts, sacrifices, and existence itself are recognized. And here lies the greatest secret in human relationships. If you wish to influence others, if you wish to win their cooperation and loyalty, learn to give honest and sincere appreciation. Not flattery, not manipulation, not shallow praise tossed about carelessly, but genuine recognition that springs from truth. Think about your own life for a moment. Has there ever been a time when someone, a teacher, a boss, a parent, a friend, noticed your efforts, called out your strength, or expressed genuine gratitude for something you did? That moment likely lit up your spirit, renewed your energy, and inspired you to give even more. A single word of appreciation, sincerely given, can be more motivating than months of criticism or demands. Yet, how often do we forget to offer it? Many leaders, parents, and partners believe that because people are just doing their job or simply fulfilling expectations, no acknowledgement is necessary. But human beings are not machines. A machine may function with oil and fuel, but people run on recognition, belonging, and appreciation. Without it, they wither. With it, they flourish. Carnegie shares the story of Charles Schwab, one of the most successful industrial leaders in American history, who credited his achievements not to his technical expertise, but to his ability to inspire people through encouragement. "I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people," Schwab said, "the greatest asset I possess. And the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement." He confessed that he was hearty in his approbation and lavish in his praise, and this practice earned him not only wealth, but also loyalty, respect, and affection from those who worked with him. What's remarkable is that Schwab was managing thousands of men in steel mills, rough, hard-working men, yet even they responded not to criticism, but to appreciation. Why? Because deep down, every human heart beats with the same desire, to feel seen and valued. Now, let us pause and make a vital distinction. Appreciation is not the same as flattery. Flattery is cheap, insincere, and selfish. It is like counterfeit money. It may pass in a hurry, but once detected, it loses all worth, and worse, it leaves a bitter taste. Appreciation, on the other hand, is genuine and selfless. It does not exaggerate. It does not manipulate. It arises from a real observation of another's efforts, quality, or contribution. Flattery says, "You are the best in the world," without meaning it. Appreciation says, "I noticed the care you put into this, and it made a difference." One seeks to manipulate, the other seeks to honor. People are not fools. They may accept flattery in the moment, but in their hearts, they know when it rings false. But sincere appreciation penetrates deeply, because truth resonates. Let us consider how this principle applies in different walks of life. In the workplace, employees are not only compensated with paychecks, they're motivated by recognition. Studies in organizational psychology reveal that one of the top reasons people leave their jobs is not salary, but a lack of appreciation. A worker who feels invisible, whose efforts go unnoticed, will soon disengage, regardless of how much they are paid. Conversely, when a leader makes it a habit to genuinely thank their team, to highlight contributions, to celebrate effort as well as results, morale soars and productivity follows. A few words like, "I appreciate the late hours you put in on that report. It really strengthened our presentation," can inspire more dedication than a bonus check. Because while money satisfies the wallet, Appreciation nourishes the heart. In education, teachers who master this principle often become the ones students remember for a lifetime. A child who is scolded for mistakes may comply out of fear, but a child who is recognized for effort will be inspired to grow. A teacher who says, "I can see how hard you worked on this and you've improved so much," plants confidence and resilience. Long after the lesson content fades, the memory of being believed in remains. Indeed, countless stories of successful men and women include a moment when a teacher or mentor offered sincere appreciation that sparked their confidence. That single spark can light a lifetime of achievement. In families, appreciation is the glue that strengthens bonds. Many marriages fail not because of dramatic betrayals, but because partners stop appreciating one another. What begins with admiration often decays into taking each other for granted. A husband who once praised his wife for her kindness grows silent, assuming she already knows. A wife who once admired her husband's dedication becomes critical, forgetting to acknowledge his efforts. Over time, affection dries up where appreciation once flowed. But imagine instead a marriage where appreciation is spoken daily. "Thank you for making this meal. It made my day easier. I appreciate how hard you work for this family." These small words, sincere and consistent, become the bricks that build lasting intimacy. Even in casual encounters, appreciation transforms interactions. A clerk at a store, a waiter at a restaurant, a colleague at the office. When we take a moment to sincerely thank them for their service, we not only brighten their day, but also spread positivity. One of the simplest ways to make a friend is to express genuine appreciation, for people are drawn not to those who impress them, but to those who value them. This is why Carnegie called it the big secret of dealing with people. If you master appreciation, you unlock influence everywhere. Science backs this principle with striking clarity. Neuroscientists have found that appreciation activates the brain's reward circuitry, releasing dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals linked to joy, trust, and motivation. Criticism triggers defensiveness, but appreciation opens receptivity. In fact, a famous Harvard study on human happiness found that recognition and appreciation consistently ranked among the most important factors in long-term satisfaction, even above material wealth. This means that when you give appreciation, you are not only influencing others, but creating happiness within them, a gift more lasting than any material reward. Of course, one must practice discernment. The key words are honest and sincere. Empty praise can become manipulation, but specific recognition always rings true. For instance, instead of saying, "You're great," one might say, "I admire how calmly you handled that stressful situation. It inspired me." The difference is clarity. The first is vague flattery. The second is real appreciation tied to observable behavior. The more specific you are, the more powerful your appreciation becomes. Carnegie urged his readers to make this a daily habit. Imagine at the end of each day, you pause to reflect. Whom did I appreciate today? Did I leave people feeling valued, or did I take them for granted? A deliberate practice of appreciation not only improves relationships, but also trains us to focus on the good in others. Over time, we become encouragers rather than critics, uplifters rather than fault finders, builders rather than destroyers. So here is a challenge. For the next 7 days, consciously give at least one person each day a word of honest and sincere appreciation. It could be a colleague, a family member, a stranger, or even yourself. Be specific. Notice efforts, kindness, or growth. Write it down if you must. At the end of the week, reflect on what happened. You will likely discover not only that people respond warmly, but that your perspective shifts. You will see more good in the world, and by seeing it, you will call it forth more often. In conclusion, the secret to winning friends and influencing people is not complicated. It does not require wealth, genius, or charm. It requires only the discipline to notice, the humility to value others, and the sincerity to express it. Appreciation costs nothing, but yields everything: stronger relationships, greater influence, deeper trust, and a legacy of goodwill. As Carnegie insisted, try leaving a friendly trail of little sparks of gratitude on your daily trips. You will be surprised how they will set small flames of friendship springing up behind you.